American citizens have a huge stake in what American firms do with their innovations. The Federal Government is a key driver of innovation through Federal Research Laboratories and its substantial support of research through grants and contracts. In fiscal year 2012, the Federal Government appropriated over $140 billion for research and development. American firms also receive support for innovation through the widely used Research and Experimentation Tax Credits. For 20 years, this tax credit has effectively subsidized research by private firms, and by 2011, it represented approximately $10 billion a year in savings to companies. This credit obviously needs to be extended. Finally, a whole web of public supports ranging from state budget appropriations to Bayh-Dole Act protections for intellectual property through to student loans and education tax credits have created an engine of innovation that drives our economic success in this ideas economy. The central engine of innovation remains the American university. Our universities lead the world in producing high-quality science and engineering students, and they provide a home for researchers who work at the cutting edge of their fields to supply the basic ingredients for continued innovation. These interconnected public investments have helped make the United States one of the most innovative economies in the history of the world, with American firms leading in almost every area. The American people provide this support out of a belief that innovation will ensure that our economy remains strong in the long run. They also believe that American firms that reap the lion's share of these supports will indeed share the fruits of these innovations with our society in the form of jobs for hardworking Americans. When firms instead license that technology abroad, whether as part of a strategy to build access to foreign markets or because they wish to move production to lower wage markets, the American taxpayer finds that the bargain they made to support those firms is not as rosy as had been promised. It is no secret that it is faster and cheaper to adopt technologies than it is to develop them. It comes as no surprise that with the development of a global marketplace, the intense competition for market share, and the movement to a more open and integrated world economy, governments have turned to policies that will enable their firms to exploit the innovations of others. I am indeed uncomfortable with the idea that American firms license away innovations subsidized by our citizens. It is bad enough that we have lost jobs when firms offshore production and move out of our communities. The idea that they would exchange taxpayer-supported innovations for market access, however reluctantly, is very disturbing to me. Stating opposition to the practice of foreign governments adopting policies that bar American firms from doing business in those countries absent a local partner and absent a technology sharing agreement is, quite honestly, easy. Finding a solution is much more complicated. We cannot abandon our investments in education and research, but our citizens have the right to expect and require, I would note, a return on those investments. I do not have a policy answer ready to address these concerns, but I am very interested in hearing the thoughts of the witnesses today as you are invited to appear before us. And I thank you again, Mr. Chair, for convening this hearing.